In the Leadership Theory and Practice textbook, Nordhaus describes women and their various leadership styles. They describe how women lead in more democratic and participative manners than men. Women's styles in leadership also tend to be more transformational than their male counterparts, and women tend to engage in more contingent reward behaviors. There are many areas within modern society in which women are leaders. Some include technology, environmental science, government, and academia. It's important to note there are many other areas in which women excel in leadership positions. Over the last several decades, there has been a push to increase the number of women involved in STEM. There has been a great empowerment for girls specifically to pursue STEM coursework. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. Some notable women in the STEM field include Amelia Earhart, Sally Ride, and Mae Jemison. Over the course of history, many women have taken on the role of activists. A recent activist in the field of environmental science is Greta Thunberg. She has made great strides in addressing climate change. In this current year, 2020, we have seen a dramatic shift in women involved in government. In the past, we've had women in roles of government, like Hillary Clinton, who served as the Secretary of State under the Obama administration. Most recently, we've been introduced to Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, a young congresswoman, and the newest Vice President elect, Kamala Harris, who was the first minority woman to be elected to the role of Vice President of the United States. An article published in The Atlantic discusses women in academia. It explains how men are the new college minority. Men are enrolling in higher education at lower rates than women. The current breakup of collegiate students is 56% women and 44% men. The percent of women is expected to increase by the year 2026. In 2017, 2.2 million men did not enroll in higher education. Men have lower graduation rates and increased rates of dropping out of school. So what does this mean for the future? The article explained a need for boys to excel at equal levels to girls at a younger age. Attracting men to higher education is useless because the anti-school sentiment is instilled in school-age children. Young boys are growing up without a desire to pursue higher education. This will perpetuate the increased percentage of women attending higher education. Sheryl Sandberg is the Chief Operating Officer of Facebook. In her TED Talk, Why We Have Too Few Women Leaders, she discusses how women are not making it to the top of any profession across the world. In 190 countries, only 9 women serve as heads of state. And in the corporate world, only 15% of top-level jobs are held by women. Women have to decide between professional success and personal fulfillment. Ultimately, women have to decide between pursuing a leadership position or promotion and having a family. Women have to choose which part of their life will take up more time, and men don't really have to face similar issues. Sandberg calls for a future where men and women can be represented equally in the workforce and not question their decision to pursue professional success. She said, I want my son to have the choice to contribute fully in the workforce or at home, and I want my daughter to have a choice not just to succeed, but to be liked for her accomplishments. There are several countries who have done an exceptional job in addressing the COVID-19 pandemic. These are also countries who have females as the head of state. In New Zealand, they have done more to eradicate or simply manage the COVID-19 pandemic. Germany has lower rates compared to Britain, France, Italy, and Spain. Finland has less than 10% as many deaths as Sweden, a neighboring country. Taiwan has completed the most successful effort in the world in containing the virus using testing, contact tracing, and isolation measures to control infections without having to call for a full national lockdown. This shows that women are competent leaders, especially in the case of unforeseen circumstances and unprecedented times. The Harvard Business Review published an article called Seven Leadership Lessons Men Can Learn from Women. They include: don't lean in when you've got nothing to lean in about. Know your limitations. Motivate through transformation. Put your people ahead of yourself. Don't command, empathize. Focus on elevating others. And lastly, be humble. These seven leadership lessons encompass qualities of an effective and ethical leader. They are lessons that we can all learn from and incorporate into all of our personal interactions.